Hey guys, this is Red Silvers, and welcome to the first episode of a new Let's Play. I just wanted to do something new just to kind of get over that rut that I was in. So, I decided that I was going to play one of my favorite games of all time. I'm sure you're anxious to see what this is, so here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Super Mario Brothers 3! Easily my favorite game. I'm playing this on the Super Nintendo version. This is on the Super Mario All-Stars cart, which was the cartridge that I got with my Super Nintendo. We bought our Super Nintendo and they were having a promotion, I think through Nintendo Power, that when you got the system you could send in and get a free copy of Mario Brothers 3, or rather Mario All-Stars. And that is how I got this game. That one little Koopa's gonna run into that guy right off screen. New to the Super Nintendo version, you have a battle game, which we are not going to be doing. We're going to be doing just a regular old one-player game. And we're going to start out here in World 1, which is Grassland. World 1's pretty short. We'll probably take out most of it in this video. So we'll start with level 1-1. This game does have a few minor differences between this version and the NES version, so I will try to remember where those are. At least one case, there's a white block like that that's changed in this version. And if I can remember where they all are, I will point them out. So here we have the Raccoon Leaf, which is a new power-up to Mario Bros. 3. One of many. The original Mario Bros. 1 only had the mushroom, the fire flower, and the star. So a lot of new power-ups got introduced in this series, and a lot of them are actually rather unique. With the raccoon tail, as you run, you fill up what is the P meter down there at the bottom of the screen, and it allows you to fly. And even without the P meter full, you can use the button to wag to slow your descent. We're going to go ahead and go down this pipe because this is a bonus room. There's coins shaped like a 3. And there's actually a little trick that we can do in this stage. You can do it at any stage, but this one's very reliable to do. And you get a bunch of coins here. My goal is 55. There we go. We got 55 on the dot. So the goal is that I want my coins to be a multiple of 11, and then I want my score to be at a multiple of 11. Right now you'll see the last two digits I have two zeros. So I'm going to want to clear this stage with an odd number on the timer here. Because for each second you get, I think, 50 points. So we'll do that and get the star, because the star is the greatest power-up. And now we have a 5 for our tens digit there. And now if you look at the bottom of the map, that Hammer Brother has turned into a coin ship. He still gives the same reward that he would have given otherwise, but it's an opportunity to get some lives. So I'm not going to go out of my way to get that every time, but I wanted to point that out. So stage 1-1 has an archetype block style level. This is your archetype grass zone level that you'll probably see a million of in Super Mario Bros. X. And I'm going to show off a little trick that you can do with the raccoon tail here. I'm not very good at pulling this one off very consistently. But with this infinitely respawning Goombas, you can get a few lives. And I messed that up at the end there. If I'd have been 1 second longer, I would have gotten one up right there. Which is okay. 1-ups are very plentiful in this game. Because, of course, you get 1-ups for every 100 lives you get. And there's quite a few levels where you can grind out lives. But you don't really need to, because you're guaranteed to get at least one up for every 3 stages that you clear. We're going to get that P-switch again. If you grab coins, you're going to get a lot of lives. And there's a few places that you can use enemy kills to get lives. Kind of like that one that I showed off a moment ago. And there's our leave that we lost before, so we're in good shape now. I was going to slide down that slope, but a fireball prevented me. Here's your first appearance of the Starman in this game. And in this game, you do crazy screw attack spin jumps. And yes, you can use that with the raccoon tail to do your awesome screw attack somersault. Now try and do this just right to get another star. These cards that you get at the end of the stages give you lives. If you get 3 of a matching set, then you'll get different lives depending on what you match. Stars are 5 lives, flowers are 3, and mushrooms are 2. I'm going to go ahead and try this spade level. I'm really bad at these. But it uses the same philosophy. If you match 3 of a kind, you can get lives. And there's really no harm in trying and failing other than looking bad to the rest of the internet. Here we've got stage 1-3. I'm going to use this Koopa shell here to take care of Mr. Boomerang Brother there. First appearance of the Boomerang Brother in the series. One thing that was new to Mario 3 that's gone on to become a staple is that you can pick up the shells in this game. You could not do that in the original version of the NES game. So as you can see there, we found a pink note block. There's 2 of those, both located in World 1, and they lead you to Coin Heaven. Let's get that coin. I think the raccoon tail may be my favorite power-up in the Mario games, because it's fairly useful, as you can see. We're going to head up into Coin Heaven, where we're going to get lots of coins. We're going to get a 1-up up here, just from the number of coins we get. And there it is. And if I fly right about here, there's another 1-up up in the sky. So, like I said, 1-ups are very plentiful. And, you know, for the best, this isn't really meant to be a game that you sit and bang your head on a million times. So now we're going to do a rather obtuse trick. The game does kind of tell you about this later on in the game, but they do it obtusely. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this Koopa Troopa that's on this white block. And I don't want him down there either. Thank you. And white blocks, you can duck on them for a period of time and you'll fall behind the background. This works in the one in stage 1-1 that I pointed out as well. And if you can get behind the end of the stage here, you get to a mushroom house where Toad will give you a warp whistle. There are 3 warp whistles in the game. I'm going to be getting all 3 of them. In the All-Stars version, it's possible to get more than that. We'll go ahead and do another Toad house here. This one is fairly random, and we're going to get the leaf, which is pretty rare because you don't get leaves very often for your inventory. Your inventory you can open on the world map and use. Stage 1-4 is optional. Stage 1-3 is as well, but we're going to go into 1-4. And as we do that, I'm going to point out the magic number that I have down there, which is 41. I have got 41 coins to start this out. That means that my goal for this level is going to be 85. And I actually screwed that up and wanted to go down. Yep, I lost that mushroom. That's okay. There are 2 1-ups in this stage, plus plenty of coins. And the main thing is just to be on the ball here. You want to go as quickly as you can to get all of these coins as fast as you can. So I need to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coins there. And I got just enough. Because there's 3 coins there. And with that, we got our number 85. Let's see if I can get rid of this Boomerang Brother and get a 5-up. sometimes you have to... Oh, I messed that up at the last minute, so I'm not going to get the 5 up. I'm only going to get 1, which is okay. But for that, we've now got a white mushroom house. We will always get that if you get 44 coins in stage 1-4. And it leads you to a strange shop that's going to give you a P-Wing. The P-Wing works the same as the raccoon tail, except for that your P meter will always be full, which basically means you can fly and bypass the stage. They're a precious commodity in this game, and there's a few key places that I'm going to use them. Now into the first fortress. And this stage has a secret that was given away before the game even came out, in a movie called The Wizard. It's also the first time that you get a fire flower in Super Mario Bros. 3. The original NES version of this changed Mario's Fire Mario color scheme around, so that Mario was this weird combination of oranges, and for whatever reason that palette did not stay. So we're going to go ahead and get back to the raccoon leaf here. Although the fire flower is very useful also, we want the raccoon leaf so we can fly up here. You come up here, there's a door you can go into, which leads here to a warp whistle. This is an alternate exit to this stage, because it's totally possible to go through the stage normally, and you'll get rid of this locked door. I think we've got enough time for one more stage here, so we're going to go into 1-5. Slide right on down and take out the Buzzy Beetles in their first appearance in this. In the original Mario Brothers, they didn't appear until World 4, so they're kind of trying to show you that they mean business. Buzzy Beetles are immune to fire flowers, but luckily they are still susceptible to the raccoon tail. And they have different rules on what will make an enemy respawn. I didn't actually kill this Buzzy Beetle, which is why he was able to come back. That time I got rid of him by killing him on the pipe. We're going to come up here for the second pink note block and come up to Coin Heaven again. Now if you're wondering where to fly, you just kind of count the numbers of coin rows. That was the second one, and here's the third. Once you get to the third, that's when it's time to start charging up and flying, and you'll find it right there above you. We're getting a lot of points. Let's see if we can use this Koopa shell. This stage is one that will kind of trip you up the first time you've played it if you were not used to Mario 3, because it has a new mechanic that was not in the original Mario Brothers, where you go up pipes. In the original Mario Brothers, you could only go through pipes that were on the ground, but in Mario 3, you can go up pipes as well. So if you did not know that, they would give that away at this point. And we just got 80,000. That's going to activate an end spade. So that is a bonus stage that you get for every 80,000 points that you get. As long as you're in Worlds 1 through 7. You don't get them in World 8. And it's basically a match game. I'll go ahead and show this off. This will be a good way to end the video. You flip over 2 cards, see if they match. If they match, you keep going. If you fail, then you keep going until you fail twice. There are 8 total patterns. So my strategy for these is always to start with this block and this block. So we've got two fire flowers. So there's only 2 patterns at this point. And the way for me to tell which one is which is to open this block. So there's a star there. So with that, I know that this is a star. This is a star. And on all of the platform, all of the puzzles, this space right here is a star. On all of the puzzles, this space is a fire flower. And that's kind of how I learned to memorize these puzzles. This other fire flower is going to be up here. And from that, it's just kind of a process of eliminating spaces. In this particular one, I know that these 2 are going to be 20 coins, and then we're going to get a bunch of mushrooms. And that leaves us with just the 1-up to finish off that end spade. So like I was saying, there are 8 patterns. For 4 of them, you can do those first 2 spaces like I showed, and that will show you exactly which puzzle you're in. For the others, there's one that's got fire flowers, there's one that's got 1-up, that's got the mushrooms. And if you get one of those 2 patterns, there's another block you can show off, which I will do if that comes up. Next up, we've got the coin ship here, and that's where we're going to pick things up next time. But until then, this has been Red Silvers. Thank you, and have a good night.